So now we know that it took a freaking tornado to keep Easy Kill from doing the roundtable show. It's just a simple little tornado. It's all it took to knock Easy Kill off the air. I mean, gee whiz, come on, Easy, you got to get tougher than that. The tornado never stopped. You know who? She just made it to Kansas. All you had to do was click your heels, Easy. That's all you had to do. Well, so, but we do hope, in all seriousness, that the town, the people, your family, everybody's okay, and it's good to see Easy Kill in the chat room. And here we go. We got a lot to talk about today, as we always do. We got a number one. We got a nice prospect in the American League who I told you about weeks ago. I'll tell you about him again. And welcome aboard, everybody. Welcome aboard on a lovely Wednesday morning. And let's just get right to it. As Greg is here on time, Easy Kill, Jimmy Ross, Leonard Donaldson, Lou is here. Got Timothy My Hooker, and we'll see who else makes it in as the doors are now open. And don't forget, at 10 o'clock, you got Arnie coming on at 10, and Suicide Squeeze with Lou will now be at 11 o'clock. We have some great programming, 9, 10, 11, and then, of course, it's really, really shaping up into a great radio network. So if you're listening on Spreaker, we got programming all day. Just come to the site, take a look at the schedule, and enjoy some of the stuff. We got people who put in a lot of work, a lot of effort, and I don't have to tell you that. All you got to do is listen to their shows, and you'll see it. It's easy to tell the people that work hard, the people that mail it in. Okay, so let's get right to it. Good morning to Phil, who has just made it into the chat room. Nice to see you, Phil. Okay, away we go, and let's start by talking about, as reported during the winter, the initial terms for Dallas Keuchel. He wanted 6 to 7 years, 25 to 30 million a year. That didn't exactly work out too good for Dallas Keuchel, did it? No, I don't think so. And even though they have reports that he shaved his beard, that's probably the biggest thing that. All right, that's probably the biggest news. He shaved his beard. I'm not even sure if that was really him in the pictures I saw. So now Houston offered a choice: 1 year at 15, 2 years at 24. More recently, though, the camp of Dallas Keuchel has said to be open to a 1 year deal for a prorated annual dollar amount at the qualifying offer range of about $18 million. John Halloran is here. Good morning to John. And I do believe John called the Sunday show. Thank you, John. Really appreciate it. Timothy My Hooker is here. The real double A, Zelmo. So we're feeling in. And there's Easy. We thought maybe a tornado blew him out of the chat room for a minute, but it didn't. Now you have a situation, and we talked about it yesterday, the amazing feats of Bill Buckner, who never struck out 3 times in one game. There already have been 6 individual 5 strikeout games this season by him. 5 strikeout games. 6 individuals have struck out 5 times. Last season, there was a Major League Baseball record of 10. 6 have struck out already, and it's only May. And if you could name the 6... well, we know it's Javier Baez, okay? Name the other 5 players who struck out 5 times in one game so far this season, okay? So if you want to take a gander on that one, let's see what you can come up with. Still, Andrea sitting in a parking lot somewhere in parts unknown. Trevor Williams should be back soon. In my Tower Wars team, I've lost Trevor Williams. I've lost Jamison Tyon. I lost Jake Lamb. I lost Jeremy Hellickson. You know, they're accounting stats that can't be replaced when you lose somebody in an NL-only league. And away we go. All right, Arizona played Colorado yesterday. 6-2 loss to the Colorado Rockies. came down to a two-batter sequence in the second when right-hander Merrill Kelly did allow a two-out single to Ian Desmond and a two-run tie-breaking homer to Chris Iannetta, who has been incognito. The Iannetta stroke was the Colorado's decisive blow in that 6-2 win. The Rockies now are 26-27. They've capitalized on a quality start by Senzatella. It was the fourth win in the last 5 games for Colorado. In the last 22 games, the Diamondbacks are 8-14, and in 8 of those wins, 4 of them came against the struggling Giants. How about that? Just as bad, perhaps, of course, as those 14 losses, 2 games against the Giants. So, good morning to DK Lush. Good morning to Cha-Cha. Arnie has made it in the studio in preparation for his wonderful Arnie's Army. That's what we got. We got Arnie's Army, we've got Lou's Crew, and we got Lenny's Legions. Are you kidding me? There's no other chat room in this country that can provide such fighting power. Early in the season, of course, Iannetta used a less powerful contact. He's really changed his approach. Okay, when he went on the injured list, he discovered that his contact lenses weren't any good. He switched his contact lenses, and since he's batting .323 with 3 homers since he returned from the injured list, and what did he do? As we always say, when somebody changes something, you got to pay attention. He realized his contact lenses were providing him eye fatigue, and he changed them, and now 3 homers, batting .323. So go ahead and take Chris Iannetta if your catching is very weak. Leonard Donaldson. Good morning to Leonard Donaldson. Unholy Toledo is here. Here we go. Donkey Oki has joined us. DK Lush. We're rocking and rolling, okay? And Andrea's still sitting in a parking lot somewhere. Nick Senzatella gave up 2 runs on 9 hits and 2 walks. He struck out 2 in 6 innings. He received a no decision Tuesday in that 6-2 loss. It was one of his better starts, but he allowed 9 or more base runners for the 4th time in 5 outings. He's still not really serviceable in fantasy baseball. He's got a 5.8 ERA, a 1.6 whip through 48 innings. He's got a 3-4 record. His next scheduled start could be appealing. I don't know if it's in Colorado or Toronto. He's going against the Blue Jays. Christian Walker, another hitless 4 at-bats Tuesday. His 3rd straight start Tuesday after he had a 1-game break on Saturday, but the breather hasn't done anything. He hasn't really gotten a base hit over his last 21 at-bats and is down to .239. And what happened to Kevin Cron? Okay, holy cow. Did we go crazy for Kevin Cron? So far, and I may have to change this, repeat after me. You ready? You know what I'm going to say, because it's true. A rookie is a rookie is a rookie. There you go. Tim Locastro, interesting player. He went 2 for 3 with a double, and he made his 3rd start since being called up Friday. First time he started against a right-hander, and he's been, Arizona's been using a platoon in left field to replace David Peralta. He's used LeCastro against lefties and Blake Swihart when a right-hander started. But LeCastro has actually hit safely in all 3 starts. He's 5 for 10, stolen base. This kid can run. If you need some stolen bases and you want to take a shot, LeCastro's the guy. Escobar, 2 for 5 with a solo. He is a bit risky, though, LeCastro. 2 for 5 with a solo, home run, RBI single. I'll tell you what, he retied the game at 2 runs each in the 5th inning with a home run. And he's got a 7-game hitting streak. And this guy, you're not going to take him out of the lineup when Jake Lamb comes back. 12 for 30. If Kevin Cron hits, Christian Walker, when Jake Lamb, if he comes back, he had a little bit of a setback. Escobar, 12 for 32. 2 homers, 11 RBIs. He scored 6 runs, I think. And for the year, he's only batting .290, 13 homers. I'll tell you what, his career high is 21 home runs, 2017, 30 years old. He's in his peak power years. Anything can happen. So go out, no kidding around. He could be someone to trade for. He doesn't have that name that people say he's untouchable. Archie Bradley allowed 2 runs on a hit and 3 walks. He has not allowed a run over his last 4 appearances entering Tuesday's game before he did allow a pair of runs in the 8th inning. His ERA went up to 4.6 and his whip is 1.8. Unbelievable. 31 strikeouts, 15 walks. He's been strong, he's been sloppy, all over the place. Sounds like me. I'm strong, I'm sloppy, I'm out of control. Don't forget, for those of you listening to this podcast on Spreaker, iTunes, Looney Tunes, Cartoons, any one of the tunes, what do we do here? We talk baseball, and we talk baseball in a very baseball way. We're not a network that's going to tell you, do this, Simon says do this, do this, do this. We give you the information, all the information that you need, and we give you another head to bang heads with and just throw things around. But to give you the answers, no, it's your game. It's not my game. It's not our game. It's your game. We give you the information so that you can make the best decision possible. Austin Riley, Atlanta and Washington. I didn't even give you the scores, okay? So that's what makes it a fantasy station, when you don't give the scores of the game. Jonathan Danger Cole is here, so dang me. You ought to get a rope and hang me. High from the highest. Riley went 3 for 4 with 2-run home run. Barraclaw took him deep in the 8th inning. All right, so it brought Atlanta within a single run, but they couldn't get any closer. And Riley, 365 through his first 13 Major League Baseball games with 6 homers and 16 RBIs. Riley, Paddock, Soroka, and what's his name from the Mets? The first base. Unbelievable. What a rookie. A rookie is a rookie because we're going to overpay. You'll see at the end of the year. We'll see. The Nationals took a new approach. They had a 5-4 win over the Braves on Tuesday, but they were patient. 3 consecutive 6-innings walks to grab the lead that they never gave up. Steven Strasburg was really terrific. 2 runs, struck out 11 in 7 innings. Howie Kendrick paced the offense. And it was a pretty balanced effort, okay? The Braves pitchers gave the game away before their bullpen could, because Atlanta entered this series with the 11th worst bullpen in baseball and the 5th most wins in the National League. The Nationals have the major's worst bullpen. That we know that. Historically bad with a 7 ERA. And we all know that the results have absolutely shown up. Atlanta, look, so there you go. 2 starters were sharp early. They slipped in the 4th, and from there, Strasburg did outlast Max Fried to get to ask just 6 outs out of the bullpen. Fried came in with a 2.8, NL best 7 wins, and a curveball that is just phenomenal. I sat behind home plate in the Arizona Fall League to watch Fried pitch 3 or 4 times. I was there for a month, and yeah, you could see it. And there's, most of the pitches I couldn't tell the difference, but you could see it. So Max Fried took the loss, 5-4, gave up 4 runs, 9 hits. He walked 3 over 5 2/3. He struck out 5, and the 3 walks and 4 runs allowed in each of those tied a season high, and that's how consistent he's been. He's 25 years old. He now has a 3.1 ERA, 56 strikeouts, 16 walks. Max Fried, next year, you got to go the extra yard on Max Fried. And let me ask the chat room the question as we welcome George into the chat room. The great George, far from the imbecile that he portrays himself to be. George the Genius. He's changing his website now, instead of Toronto Imbeciles, Toronto Genius. I guess that's what George is. And I love him. Great guy. And more important, he does a great show. I couldn't give a crap if he was a good guy. I'm just kidding. Here's the thing. Max Fried, let's do the bidding on Max Fried next year. 260 mixed league. Max Fried for $10. $10 for Max Fried. Let's see if we can get the action to start moving. We got $10 on Max Fried. Anybody in on $10? Andrea, you there? What's going on, man? I don't get it. I'm into yesterday's. Where am I here? Anyway, Max Fried. What do we got with Max Fried?